Nigger. Nigger. Hello, I don't know if anyone can hear me. Let's see this. Oh, I'm live. Okay. Nigger. It says I'm live right now, so, anyone there? Anyone there? And yes, I am whistling, as someone yesterday asked me. Hello, anyone that's on here, one concurrent viewer. Hello, hello. I'm trying to get this worked out. Nigger. And I can't seem to get this. Is anyone even on here? I don't know if anyone's even on here. Well, whoever is on here, hello, I guess, and welcome to this live stream. Today will probably be really quick. I just wanted to give you all guys kind of an update, but also kind of like a little video, almost. And it's basically just an update on the severe weather that's going on right now and the extreme heavy rain that's going on right now. It is absolutely ridiculous. So let's go to the National Weather Service and let's see what's going on. So let's go to the National Weather Service. Guys, in case the quality gets compromised, I apologize. There's not much I can do. There is, though, I'm trying my best right now. So looking at the National Weather Service map right now, we see a whole area of tornado watches, flash flood warnings, and there's just a whole area of concerning tornado watches, and this is very concerning because these storms are they're firing up very quickly. You could see they're producing flash flood warnings across southeastern Kansas and Missouri. And those they're basically training, so they're going over the same area, and that is leading to quite a bit of flooding. So let's just jump into some of these things. Let's go to the flooding, and we see that on the radar there is quite a bit of action going on. I'm trying to go to my live dashboard using my other desktop, not desktop, I'm using my little Chromebook here, so I don't have to go back and forth all the time. But you can see there's a whole area. Let's see if anyone's even on here. Okay, so now they're saying that there's an error, not receiving enough video. So I do apologize about that, but I'm trying my best. Well, right now, if we were to look at the radar, we see a bunch of severe thunderstorms. They're producing mainly right now very heavy rain, and heavy it is. Like, it's ridiculously heavy. And again, that's prompting flash flood warnings because over the same area, and these locations have been seeing rain for such a long period of time. I mean, over and over again, they've been seeing rain. And if we go, say, Kansas City, that's probably the biggest city right now that's in the area of this, and is in jeopardy for seeing all this heavy rain. We see that it's not necessarily the worst. I think has passed your area if you live in Kansas City. It looks like if the heaviest rain has just passed it has just passed your area a couple hours ago, and within an hour ago, and now we're getting some lighter rain, and this rain is leading to not as much concern as, I mean, you look at this. This was way more well organized earlier on by Kansas City, but you can see there was a tornado warning briefly. I am not sure if that has touched down or if there was a confirmed tornado, though I know now that it has fallen apart and there's no more threat of that. You could see the tornado warning is gone and the squall line is disappearing. If you want a bigger view of this, you could see that we are looking at a fairly big area of rain, and this is moving to the northeast. And there are, if you were to look at the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest area of hail and concern for damaging storms is in this area, these couple of storms, because these are individual cells and they lead to quite a bit of damage if they get caught in the atmospheric conditions that are proper for this. And let me tell you, it was sunny here for the past couple of hours, so this was the instability has definitely risen. So hello Arrow 2. Hello. We're right now talking about the severe weather that is going on across the country. The Iowa, Illinois, and Kansas and Missouri area. That those are seeing a lot of. Those are seeing a lot of. Sorry about that. I'm still trying to. All right, so there was a thunder. These are not warned, as far as I'm concerned. These do not have warnings on them, though we could go and check on the National Weather Service map and see if any of these do have warnings. Because if they do have warnings, then it's a little bit more serious, obviously. Okay, so I don't think. Okay, wow, there's actually a tornado warning up in Wisconsin, if I'm seeing that right. Yes. Oh wow. Okay. All right. So we have a tornado warning in Wisconsin, La Crosse, just to the east of La Crosse, Wisconsin. We are looking at a tornado warning, and this is definitely not good. This is okay. So let's just go into this and see what's going on. Again, look at this. They're only in a marginal risk. Not even marginal risk of severe weather, and look, they have a tornado warning. So it just goes to show you that you do not, Ambika Wolf, hello. This goes to show you that you do not have to have a lot of probability in order to see this. And hi, Cotton H. Hopefully Joplin doesn't get hit again. Yes, hopefully they don't. Hopefully no one gets hit by these storms, but you never know. These things are, again, like we're just talking about right now. Hello, Roman R. We are talking about Wisconsin right now, and in Wisconsin there's a tornado warning in La Crosse, Wisconsin, which usually, I mean, look, this is the really thing I really want to point out. Look, so this is La Crosse, Wisconsin. It is an area that was forecasted to see slight chance of severe weather, just a slight chance. And look, they have a tornado warning. So there's actually a couple of them. There's one right there, there's a tiny one right there, and one right there. So let's click on a tornado warning, see what's going on, see what is going on. Fletty Flea, hello, Fleety Flea. Hello, I'm glad you guys can make this on his live stream. Hopefully it won't be that long today. I just don't want to go out for too long, but I do definitely want to update you guys on these conditions. So right now, we are looking at flying debris will be dangerous. Okay, so that's typical with the tornado. If you are next to a window, if you are next to a any type of glass and there's a tornado, even strong winds, you may want to move away, because that always leads to quite a bit of damage done to you if that window breaks. So a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Cashton or 8 miles southeast of Sparta, moving northeast at 30 miles. The hazard is tornado source radar indicated rotation. So this is not confirmed. This is just Carter Peterson Outdoors. I live 5 miles from the tornado warning. Yeah. Well, stay safe, and I'm hoping that you guys are taking notice, because so Carter Peterson, stay safe, because this I don't know if you live in its path, or if you live just to the north or south or west of it. Deborah, hello. What about Illinois? Have family there. So Illinois, depends where. Southern Illinois, maybe not as much of a risk. It's more of the northwestern sections. If you look at, wow, 22 viewers. Holy cow, thank you guys. If we look at northwestern Illinois right now, we go to, okay, so we just clicked on central Illinois, but northern Illinois is basically all filled with tornado watches. So yeah, if you do have family there, make sure to check on them and tell them that it's getting a little bit risky, because these little cells right here that are developing as we speak could be fairly damaging. So if you live in Illinois, Princeton, Peoria, Galesburg, Macomb, sorry, I just don't really know these names that well, Lincoln, Freeport, if you are anywhere in there, that vicinity of those areas, anywhere if you're in the yellow you see on this map, definitely stay on the watch. The possibility of tornadoes doesn't mean you will get hit by a tornado, but there's definitely a possibility. Feel free, guys, to use the chat. Feel free to go onto it. Feel free to say whatever you want. And you can see, okay, so These are I would say, the worst type of ones because they're small little cells. They're discrete. They have they're individualized, and you can see they're producing quite a bit of mayhem already. I mean, all types of severe weather possible. So that includes heavy rain, locally heavy rain right there, hail, lightning, isolated tornadoes, and locally strong wind gusts. So that definitely is not something you would like to encounter, especially if you're on the road. And again, you won't most likely get hit by a tornado, but the threat is there, and that's enough to keep you on the watch. Another thing I'd like to point out, guys, the rivers are very high. The rivers are extremely high. So any more rain that we get, which could be quite a bit in the coming days, we will be looking at the rivers rising exponentially. I mean, look, current level already at 15, so that is no flooding. But if we look at the reds or even these rivers here, they're a major flooding, and these arrows tell you whether they're rising or falling. So most of these are steady right now. This one's falling. That's good. Actually, all of them are steady, other than a few which are down here. So Gregory Landing, that is falling, but this is this is where even a little bit of rain could quickly get this up to rising fairly quickly. So that's definitely not too good if you live in any of these areas. Cedar River, that is right now it's in minor flooding, but it's rising. English River, Kelowna, that is falling. Lemoyne is falling. Rock River and Jocelyn and Moline are rising right now. So you can see that this is a multi-winged event. This is many sides of there are definitely many problems with this. There are definitely this isn't just one-sided like the tornadoes or anything. There's heavy rain, there's tornadoes, there's flooding, there's river flooding, there's flash flooding, there's severe thunderstorms, there's hail, there's wind. I mean, everything you could get across any of these locations, you will be getting in this area. So let's go to Oklahoma right now, and let's see what's going on. Let's see. We have quite a bit of of potential threats. So the flooding you could see is very high, which doesn't happen too often, but it does happen more often than a high severe weather threat. But still, that's fairly concerning, guys, having a high across Oklahoma and those areas that we've been seeing so much rain already. So when do you think this Midwest severe pattern will end? Let me tell you, High Cotton H. Right now we're looking at, as many of you have pointed out, there is a huge heat wave occur in the south. And there's hundreds going on. There's even 90s. There's some heat wave watches, heat wave warnings right there across northern Florida, the panhandle of Florida, and that is leading to a dome of hot air that does not really want to move across this part of the country right here. And this is sending, you could see, I mean, this is just perfect right there. It's just perfectly drawn out. Let's see if I can draw here. This basically is the warm air is right here, and this is producing a lot of heat advisories and heat waves, and this basically is sending all the thunderstorms, not allowing them to pass through this area. That's why these locations are seeing sunny conditions and will continue to see sunny conditions for a very long time into the future. And you could see that the thunderstorms are all traveling across here, and they eventually go like that. That's why we're seeing so much rain repeatedly over the Midwest. This will change as soon as this hot dome of air moves over, and that seems to be in the next couple of days, but definitely it still could continue for quite a while. This is definitely not something that may last longer than we think it would. Lucky, I'm in Georgia, and it's been in the 90s with highs up to 97 this weekend. I wish we could get some of that rain from the Midwest. Yes, I know you guys are very dry there. You guys have been seeing very dry and hot conditions, very hot conditions, and yes, we would gladly send you some of this rain. We're just kind of everything here is just absolutely swamped. I mean, we're just literally walking in rain. We're literally literally walking in water. Every time we go outside the yard, everywhere the grassy areas are just covered with water, and it's just basically like, sorry, I wanted to type in WGN. They're basically covered with like smush and like mush, and it's too much. So we would gladly send you something, some. So let's go. Okay, wait, hold up. There was something. 5 tornadoes confirmed in Illinois after strong storms. So let's go to that. I want to see that because, okay, so this is Cantrell, Illinois. I don't really know what that is. Maybe Central Illinois. I get it. No, I was kidding. But maybe it's in Central Illinois. That's what I'm assuming right now. The National Weather Service hasn't confirmed 5 tornadoes. Okay, in Central and Western Illinois after a line of strong storms move across the state. I think this was yesterday. Yes, okay. Weather Service says that tornadoes touched down between 8:15 and Wednesday, between 8:15 p.m. Wednesday and 8:15 a.m. Thursday, with winds. Okay, so no one was hurt, but farm buildings were destroyed, power poles were snapped, and that is fairly damaging. That could be very damaging. So, tornado with 100-mile-per-hour winds was confirmed. Okay, so that is, we have tornadoes confirmed. That was from yesterday, not what's going on right now. Let's go to the radar right now and see what's going on. So this is WGN. I like using this radar. It is a fairly good radar. I always use it for weather events, even winter events, severe thunderstorms. It always tells me probably the best information, and I know it very well, this radar. So I literally know what's each color represents, and what are the intensities, because I've been using it for literally my whole life. So if we look at the radar right now, wait for this thing to load. Guys, is it just me, or the connection today is fairly good? It says excellent connection right now on the live stream, and I'm pretty surprised about that. Though I may have jinxed it, and now it may be ruining the connection. But it's saying for the most part it's way better than yesterday, the connection. So that's good. Let's see some of these things. It's saying it's buffering right now, so I do apologize. But we're looking at, again, this line. You can see it's in motion right now, so maybe you have a better picture of what's going on. And you can see it's coming across a lot of the Kansas area, the Missouri, northwest Missouri, and it is across Oklahoma as well. Okay, sorry, my brother was there for a second. And there was and okay, it looks fine to me. It's good. Thank you. That's calming. And then we look at Texas and Oklahoma. There are some severe thunderstorms going on. We see Plainview just to the south of your area if you live in Plainview, Texas, which 18 viewers probably not, but some severe thunderstorms are going on, some heavy rain. You can see these aren't really just prone of producing too much severe weather. They're more prone to produce just a heavy rain, that very, very, very heavy rain. And this is not moving too much. I mean, look, let's just put my mouse over this area, and look, it just stays there for quite a while, and this rain could drop up to 2 inches per hour. It's that heavy. It's loaded. The atmosphere is saturated with all this moisture and all this stuff, and this definitely leads to flash flooding, which there are warnings about. As I was saying, I think these are more dangerous because they are discrete, they are singular, and they end up producing more severe weather than these down south here, typically, but they're further north, so it's not as warm and not as much moisture. But again, we do have a tornado warning in Wisconsin right now, so that is leading to quite a bit of concern. If we go to northern Illinois, there are a few thunderstorms going on across Evanston, Elgin, Waukegan. So these could pop out of nowhere and occur at any time, at any place. So definitely, keep your guard up, because just because you may not under watch or warning, you could still get one. And you can see there's a tiny cluster right here, and then we're starting to get those obscure radar returns where you can see these glitches. And that typically happens during the summer, where look at that right there, that last image. That could happen. Whoa, your mic. Is there an echo in the audio right now? Okay, I got you guys. There's an echo. Well, hopefully it could get fixed. I don't really know. Everything seems the same. I don't know. Is the mic working now? It's echoing. Okay. Alright, just keep telling me if it's working or not. Keep letting me know if it's going, if it's fine or not, because it's, to me, it seems everything's the same. Is your mic working right? It seems to be. I don't know. But echo big time. Okay, hold up. Is everything fine now? Maybe now it's working. Can you hear me? I don't know. I'll just try moving on and see what happens. So, see these radar returns right now? These radar returns are always occur in. Can't hear anything now. Okay, because I unplugged the microphone. So, hold on, guys. Fix it. Hold on, guys. All right, so it's good. Hold on, guys. Sorry, that was, or gals, whatever. It does sound better. A bit of an echo. I like your vids. Thank you, Preston. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it, Preston. Good. High Cotton 8. All right, so as I was saying, these radar echoes right here that are occurring, these radar, they really loud though. Okay, I'll try decreasing it a little bit on this thing. Desktop audio. I don't know, maybe that'll help. So you can see that, dial back volume, son. Okay, I'll try to. And we'll see that these radar echoes, as I was saying, these only occur in the summer because, well, they could occur in the winter, but usually when you see these type of things, these could be bugs or some sort of insects flying around the satellites, and yeah, they're saying something's wrong with the audio, so, I don't know. Well, you can see that, these radar echoes, these basically occur when there's like some sort of bugs or some sort of insects, and the radar picks it up as little raindrops, and it can mess with this stuff. See, like this thunderstorm should not have all of that. That's most likely not all rain. That's also not rain. You can see that's just like a typical echo. And right here on right here across Missouri, there's none of that happening because most of the bugs are probably gone as it's raining. It's only in areas where it's sunny and dry and nothing occurring at that very moment. So there's some interesting stuff we could learn about from this stuff. There's definitely some interesting stuff. And National Weather Service, let's go to check any of the warnings or watches. Let's see if anything is going on. It's good on my end now. Okay, thank you, Cotton. Hi, Cotton. So, okay, so that tornado warning in Wisconsin is still active. I think there's only one, though, now. So if you're still on your Carter Peterson, it's still there, the one just east of La Crosse. So let's go click on it and let's see what's going on. Let's go to that thunderstorm up here and let's check it. So it's a fairly big complex right now. If you could look at this, it's fairly large. And okay, so where's La Crosse? La Crosse is right here, and okay, so it's most likely occurring in this area, right in here, and that's because there's a little hook, and that usually indicates that there's some sort of a tornado or some sort of rotation. Let's see exactly on the map, where is it? Okay, so it's just to the east. So alright, yeah, so it's in this little complex. If you look in Norfolk or Tama or in Clifton or Camp Douglas, these areas are potentially going to get impacted by this this tornado or this storm, potential tornado. We don't know yet, but definitely could lead to quite a bit of damage. And you can see that these storms are definitely they're powerful. You can see DeSoto across. This is across most northwestern tip of Iowa. This is leading. This is also a thunderstorm. You may need to watch for these little discrete cells. They lead to quite a bit of. They lead to quite a bit of damage. They may not seem big, but they can be. And there's another one right here. I would be not surprised if there's a tornado warning issued on it any second. That look at that echo. That is such a typical severe thunderstorm area. Look at that. That is, I think there may even be a tornado warning issued soon, if I'm not wrong about that, or at least a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go and check on that, because that doesn't look too good. Okay, so there's a special weather statement in that area, and okay, let's go back here. Let's click on that special weather statement. I feel like if there may be something issued there. Okay, so there's a severe thunderstorm warning and a severe thunderstorm watch, but as of now there's nothing too significant yet. But look, that's almost scary. And if we play this in motion, it's moving across fairly quickly, and you can see it's not even on the radar, and then it appears out of nowhere, and it definitely has some large hail. That definitely has some large hail. You could tell by the amount. You could tell by the colors that has large hail. If we go to northern Illinois, there was a couple of thunderstorms that came just off the shoreline across North Chicago, Waukegan Beach Park. Those areas, it's not severe warned, so definitely was nothing too significant, but some heavy rain was definitely still occurring with this. I live just to the south of that, so we didn't really get anything. That's fine. Again, we've been seeing so much rain, but there's a little bit more developing behind it. There's this complex right here that looks bigger than it actually is. This usually, again, like I explained, is some type of bug or some type of messed up radar echo that leads to a fairly large area of precip shown on a radar that usually it's not even occurring. So if we go to these areas right here across Kansas City, you could see, just keep your eye on Kansas City, and you could see how much rain it has gotten. It was very heavy rain, though now that band of heavy rain has weakened, and it's definitely weaker, but it's still capable of producing very heavy rain, and that's the main issue with this one probably. As you can see, there's nothing too severe at this point about it. That's remarkable. I'm sure there will still be several severe thunderstorm warnings and watches, but it doesn't look too awfully bad. And if we go just to the south, this is Yates Center. It just passed Wichita, just to the east of Wichita. Now you can see quite a bit of stuff going on, like a lot of rain. And notice how these storms are dying off, the severity of them, but they're starting to erupt in terms of the rain and the heaviness of the rain, and it could turn into more of a heavy rain event now once the severe weather's passed. But again, as I explained earlier, this is this is a setup where these thunderstorms occur over the same areas day after day. So just because it's winding down here in terms of severity doesn't mean that could redevelop during the night later on a little bit further north or south or in a different location. So you got to keep your eye on that. So you can see there is again, there's there's a nice complex of storms across Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri. This is probably the biggest thing that we're right now looking at, as the thunderstorms in the north are not producing much other than that one tornado warning in Wisconsin, which we will check on right now and see what's going on. So let's go back to the area. Let's refresh the page, because we want to see if that has expired or if a new one has formed. At this point, it seems like not much has changed. So let's. Okay, so now it's reloading. Fine. Okay. Okay, so the tornado warning has decreased in size, so I think it's starting to wind down. The kid meteorologist DTU, hello, what's up, dude? Welcome to we're just live streaming here right now, talking a little bit about the severe weather. It was supposed to be short, and it's at 30 minutes almost, so we'll probably end it soon enough. But you can see there's a tornado warning in effect for many of these locations, and some storms could be severe. I have this one app on my computer that I could use as a radar. It seems fairly fine. I was going to use it the first day, but then the computer became very glitchy, so I don't know if it would have worked. Okay, well, it seems fairly nice. I was on a couple of days ago, and it looked different. So look at all these things. You see these red areas? Those are river flood warnings. So yes, there are a lot of areas that are under siege in terms of the heavy rain. I mean, some of these locations have been seeing way too much rain. way too much rain and just too much of this precipitation. And look, let's see the whole area of this. Let's see if we could zoom out. We're zooming in right now. Okay, so let's zoom out and see this. You could see all these river flood warnings, and they extend way down into the south. I mean, they're basically from the Gulf Coast all the way to the Canadian border up in Minnesota. Maybe not quite, but that's how extensive this is. Dude, I love your content. Great forecasting. Thank you, the Kid Meteorologist. And dude, yesterday I had my longest live stream ever, 2 hours. Holy cow. Yeah, 2 hours, that's a lot. Yesterday I did an hour, and it was my first ever live stream, which I am shocked that I actually even managed to hold through. But you could see in terms of these thunderstorms, they're definitely forming. They are. This one is tornado warned. It's not looking too. It's not looking too damaging, but it's definitely appearing as if it's there's a little bit of redevelopment in the back, which could lead to some heavy rain. Right now it says there's a little bit of buffering, so I do apologize, but I'm trying to do my best. Let's see if we could go. I'm trying to see the different layers that are on this radar. So let's go to temperatures right now. Let's check on these temperatures and turn off the warnings and turn off the classic. I just want to see temperatures. Temp map. I want to see if this works, because that would be interesting to look at the temperatures that are occurring right now. So again, this is blue right there because that's my location, and this is like the forecast that should tell you what's going to go on in the next couple of hours. And you could see they're showing decreasing in temperatures across the country, but not too terribly. You'd expect more to more to fall during the night, but these storms are bringing up so much Gulf of Mexico moisture that it's ridiculous. They literally, it's sometimes in some areas it's warmer during the night during the day. I'm gonna give you a shout out, man. You are outstanding. Thank you, the Kid Meteorologist. You are awesome. I could give you a shout out right now. So I've been watching your channel. I know who you are, the Kid Meteorologist, DTU, daily tropical updates. You are great. So anyone that's watching him right now, you could go subscribe to him. He does really good videos. So that's definitely a worthy channel to subscribe for. And look at this, guys. This lake right here is very chilly, and this is the reason why if you lived in northern Illinois today, you saw quite a bit of cooling and not as much warmth because the winds were off the lake. But anywhere in the south, I mean, look, 80s, 90s, and then we get down to like the mother lode of the heat. I mean, we're seeing heat waves and heat watches and heat warnings across these parts of the country, and this is leading to quite a bit of destructive, not destructive, but just very, I mean, potentially drought conditions could develop in these areas because they're not seeing a lot of rain, but they're seeing very hot conditions. So that is definitely not, not desired by many. So let's go right now to turn off the temperatures, and let's just go to warnings. Let's go back to classic. I don't really want to go to high definition because that could mess up the connection. So let's go over here and let's zoom in and let's see what is going on. And we see again the flash flood warnings. These green areas, those are flash flood warnings. Area flood. So 45 minutes are remaining, and you can see a lot of potentially harmful things could happen, like flooded roadways, creek and streams could rise. So if you live next to one, could definitely impede or flood on you and impede on your plans this Memorial Day weekend. And let's go to some of these. I don't know if there's any severe thunderstorm warnings. Okay, yes, there are. There's plenty of them. So please select. I want to look at this one. Okay, so let's go to flash flood warning or flood warning, and you can see this is right now for the areas, counties of Ponca City affecting Kay and Osage counties, Arkansas River at Ralston affecting Osage and Pounding counties, and this is leading to a flooding. You can see minor flooding is forecasted, but with the heavy rains we could expect to see more possibly. So I'm going to exit out of this right now, and let's go to the National Weather Service. Let's check this out. Let's check on any warnings that have newly developed. Let's refresh this, and we will see what is going on. I know this is off topic, but there's a potential disturbed area in the Atlantic and Southern Caribbean. I was found when I was forecasting. It could be disturbance. I give it 30% chance because, and I think I got cut off. Okay, I'll definitely look into that, a meteorologist, but definitely not on this live stream because I don't necessarily want to interrupt this, and I'll be ending this soon anyways, I think. So if we look, Oklahoma seems to have the most right now, the most watches and warnings, and that makes sense. They've been absolutely getting slammed by repeated areas over and over again with the heavy rains, so the flash flood warnings are just going berserk. And you can see across Iowa there's also quite a bit of warnings, flood warnings, and all these river flood warnings. I look at them, there's just so many of them. So let's go to northern Illinois, and we could look at some of these cells. Okay, so right now there's a severe thunderstorm warning for that little storm in Wisconsin. I'll click on it. This is because I wanted to. Sorry, it cut off. That's a problem. There's no problem. No problem, man. I got the point that there's a disturbance. I'll look into that. So let's go to the severe thunderstorm warning. This one looks pretty potent for the size of it. Okay, quarter-sized hail. So not as big as I thought it would be, but 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so barely severe criteria, but definitely there. And this could, so for a possible tornado, so remain alert for a possible tornado. They're under tornado watch, and one of these cells, if given the right conditions, starts rotating, could definitely erupt into a tornado. There's also thunderstorms back here in Texas. If you go back to Texas, we are looking at quite actually a little potent severe thunderstorm warning. I've gotten some news that this one has actually fairly been damaging. Okay, it's quarter-sized hail. It's not that bad, is this? Where is this? Sorry, I didn't see your first one, Mike. Well, this is occurring again. All this stuff is just occurring across the Midwest. So states like Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, northern Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, especially northern Texas. This is where this stuff is occurring. So definitely, that's the area you should be more concerned about. And I apologize, guys, I am yawning, so I think I'll be finishing this soon. So if you have any questions, you could still ask that now because I'm just about to jump off. So if you have any last remaining questions, you could ask them. I will be jumping off soon. So yes, this is across the Midwest. There are plenty of areas where it could potentially become so now it's saying that it's buffering, so I think I'll just end it, guys, because it's buffering. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for watching this, and I will catch you all guys in the next episode, because at this point it looks like it's buffering and I don't really want to worsen this. So thank you guys, and I will catch you all guys on the next episode. See ya. Bye.